The U.S. president has recently authorized $70 million in funds for a nationwide refugee program. With tens of thousands of migrants being accepted annually, Washington plans to bolster the number further, including 10,000 Syrians fleeing the conflict zone. And last November, Barack Obama pledged not to ignore those in need.
Many of these refugees are the victims of terrorism themselves. That's what they're fleeing. Slamming the door in their faces would be a betrayal of our values.
However, following the Paris terror attacks, such a statement is no longer welcomed quite so widely.
We love immigration. We have so many agreements in our state, so many languages spoken, but we don't want one terrorist in our state. Right. I mean, slow down.
They only have to be right one time, terrorists do, and we have to be wrong one time. And so we can't take that chance.
In fact, half of all the U.S. states marked in red have said they will not accept refugees from Syria. But many of those who still arrive in America are being resettled in typically economically troubled parts of the country, perhaps to give a boost to those regions. But as RT's Igor Piskunov explains, that's also bringing trouble for the newcomers.
Mass migration and living in refuge are rapidly cementing their place among the main symbols of modern times as millions of people flee violence or oppression in Africa and the Middle East. Often this means starting a new life from scratch.
My goal is learning English. When I speak little more, then I work other side and I make money.
Buffalo, New York, one of the main destinations for refugee resettlement in the United States. Every year, around 1,500 newcomers arrive here looking for a better life. Yet the city itself is far from its best times. Buffalo's Central Terminal train station is a true monument to the city's former industrial glory and a vivid example of decades of economic decline. The last train departed from here back in 1979, the last business left in 1984, and it hasn't been used since. The so-called Rust Belt of the United States stretches from the northeast to the Midwest of the country, and Buffalo is its eastern gate. The industrial heartland of America in the past, today the land of urban decay. Here, abandoned businesses and homes are a common sight, while rebuilding the local economy has been largely put on the shoulders of the newcomers who have little choice but to accept.
Immigrants are, more willing, it appears, to take risks than other members of the community. They're very entrepreneurial.
Nadine Yosef came here from Iraq 14 months ago with her husband and 4 children. She works 2 jobs, first at a bakery starting from 5 a.m. and then at this shop until 6 p.m. She's not as optimistic as she used to be upon arrival.
I hope one day we will leave this area. I don't like it.
Why not?
I don't like it.
Or is it safe?
Well, some streets, they are danger. Yeah.
What kind of streets?
They told me it's not good to leave, to stay outside after 6.
We were told a man from Burma was hospitalized after being attacked not so long ago. But it's unlikely such incidents nor the conditions will change the hopeful images in the minds of the tens of thousands planning their future in this part of the globe. Next year, the government plans to admit up to 85,000 refugees. But it seems the American dream will be a far reach for most. Igor Piskunov, RT, Buffalo, New York.